So Caitlin Clark supposedly scored 22 points in 2 minutes in a scrimmage against a bunch of young men. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. And join us for Caitlin Clark's crossover tonight at 5:30 to 6:30. This is Thursday, and we also do it on Monday from 6 to 7. It's a sports reporters type forum with guest podcasters, and it's Eastern time except for major holidays. So, Rob, in the David Letterman interview, this came up in discussion about her dropping, it looks like 22 points in 2 minutes. She hits a bunch of threes, and they're logo threes, Rob. They're logo threes. And she said they were down by 15 and they won the scrimmage, and then they gave the young men a hard time. If you don't know, for background purposes, most of the women's teams, especially Division I, scrimmage against young men on campus if they can and find, tougher competition than women. So it makes it harder for them, and then it makes them more prepared for tougher teams in the women's basketball. And so they round people up at Iowa University or something like that. I guess they do. And I guess they get volunteers to scrimmage against them occasionally. And I guess that's the background that I understand that this is about. So let me show it to you. Drops his logo 3.
Who's that guy guarding him?
Free throw. Yeah, why aren't they earning from 94 feet like they do in the? I guess they're not expecting her to even. That was more than a logo 3.
Yeah.
But look at this. They were on her at half court, Rob. She still drops it.
Yeah.
And then this one, she's off balance and still hits it. That's 4 threes.
Jeez.
That's 5 threes. She said in the interview that she hit 5 in a row, and those are the 5. So, but supposedly she scored 22 points, so I don't know what the rest of it was, but she had 5 threes. That's the video. And I don't know. I'm assuming this is correct video, and that this was really what happened. Caitlin Clark didn't seem to say it was not true. She said that's what happened.
Yeah.
So
those guys were definitely students, that's for sure. But still, like you said, I mean, she crossed half court. She hit the threes.
That's after the first logo 3, that one guy picked her up at half court. What more do you want to do?
Yeah, she crossed over on him, and got open.
Right.
Shot it.
I mean, it's not like in the women's game where they go up and then get in her space and no foul is called.
Right. Exactly.
That's what happens. All right, so I don't know. I thought that was interesting, Rob. 5 logo 3s. I mean, none of them were regular 3s, right? They were all behind the.
They were way out.
They were way out.
That's hash mark.
And she said in the interview they gave her the men a hard time after that.
I would.
You would? I would too.
Yeah.
Because I think they won the scrimmage, but. Rob, that's pretty good to be able to beat the men in basketball, because when the U.S. women's soccer team scrimmaged an all-star Texas 15-year-old boys, I think they lost. It was 5-2 they lost or something like that. And they've lost. That's not the only time they've lost to boys. So that's pretty good that they beat those. That looked like they were college students, right? They weren't high school students.
They definitely look like college students or older.
Yeah. They didn't look like high school students to me. And they might not play the Iowa basketball team, but that doesn't mean they weren't trying.
But, yeah.
So anyways, all right. So let us know what you think down below. Hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. Guess what? Caitlin Clark's crossovers tonight. That's Thursday, 5:30, 6:30. And on Mondays, 6 to 7. Eastern time, except for major holidays. We have guest podcasters talk about Caitlin Clark and all sorts of cool stuff. If you want to donate to the channel, you can with super chats and super things down below and a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.